karma. Karma is the good or evil effects of action. There should be a cause to effect karma. It is the law of cause and effect. That which brings pain and suffering is referred to as bad or evil karma. If some action yields the good fruit, bringing about happiness is termed as good karma. In spirituality, good karma or bad karma has no distinction and are on equal footing. You have to negativate both for your spiritual progress. Karma on the outset blocks the path of enlightenment and is always a hindrance or obstacle until you undergo the positive or negative effects of it. Evil karma is the result of misuse of our God-given power of free choice. Animals are free from individual karma. They can do no evil because they have no power of discrimination. Their lives are governed by impulse and by mass karma. I mean, the effects of their environment. Their behavior is not self-determined but impulse-bound. So, animals don't suffer from the effects of their actions as human beings do. Human beings are endowed with intellect. Man has the power of reasoning and can think before doing an act, whether good or bad. Man can choose all his actions and is accountable for them. Some people often say, I have heavy karma, or I don't get many benefits, probably because I committed many bad actions in previous lifetimes. It is a regressive attitude if you allow yourself to lose the vitality to live a positive life and change your destiny, saying, I am too bound by my karma. Let me strongly remind you that even if you practice spirituality, that is, meditate regularly and involve yourself in praying and the like spiritual activities, if you dwell on the past alone, becoming sentimental and negative, you cannot reduce the intensity of karma. We cannot possibly know the depth of our negative karma or to what extent we slandered or reviled in the past, no matter how much we may try to figure it out. The faith in the divine and the master enables us to liberate ourselves from the fetters of karma and attain enlightenment. The world we live in is based on karmic activity, and our existence is felt and sensed only on this plane. Therefore, we must endure many sufferings. In order for us to live out our lives, we naturally experience many struggles and sufferings, but by overcoming them based on faith, we are able to elevate our life condition towards enlightenment. When you divert your attention from this material world into your inner realm of pure existence, you really begin to convert or transform the negative effects of karmic activity into benefits. Poison will become medicine. Therefore, no matter what actions you may have taken in your previous existences, or no matter what karma you may have created in the past, you should never allow them to hinder you. It is vitally important for you to take everything positively from this present moment on and live out your life with resolution based on faith. The moment you lose your identity with the body or ego, the effects of karma also come to subside. You have been taught to suffer because you have been taught to depend too much on physical comfort for happiness. The desire for all sorts of comforts, is a major source of pain. That is why the saints say we should not be attached to anything. Never be so attached to anything so that you become dissatisfied or unhappy or pained over the absence of it. Pain is the curse of the soul. For those who are suffering, it is dreadful. Even if you are alright at the moment, how do you know that you won't someday be a victim? To mitigate the effects of suffering, you must try to remove its causes by the roots. There are three factors behind man's sufferings. First comes delusion. Second, the effects of man's own wrong actions. And third, the effects of mass karma, such as the destruction of both good and evil individuals when natural calamities strike, and also during war or external aggression. The delusion of identification with the body increases attachment to the flesh, and slight pain or discomfort leads to intense suffering. Human beings suffer because they relate to an ego, the consciousness of self as a physical being. Animals suffer much less than man because they are not egoistically identified with the body. They cannot relate to an ego as humans do. Don't allow yourself to think you are forever bound by karma. Deny it. Whether your karma is good or bad, don't accept any karmic limitation. You have to have good karma to destroy bad karma. Then rise above them both. You have to ascend the levels of your consciousness to transcend the barriers of both pain and pleasure. Don't assume the role of a doer. You are not the doer. Become an instrument in the hands of the divine. Surrender yourself completely to the Supreme Being, the Divine Master. Dedicate everything to Him so that He assumes the role of a doer by taking responsibility of all that you place before Him. Start addressing all that you have to say to the Divine Master, your problems in your prayer. Never ever think that you are doing and solving your problems. When you surrender your all to the Divine, He or that will lift you up by erasing karmic accretions deposited earlier and so far. Dependability is the only way to lessen the effects of karmic deposits. If there is any command from the Divine or the Divine Master, and it is sincerely obeyed through your willingness, then the assurance will come unsolicitedly that you will all be saved by wiping out the impressions and complexities which otherwise may lead to karmic tendency and sufferings. Therefore, consider that everything is coming only from the Divine, and keep your heart clean and free for the grace to pour into it. When the mind is strong and the heart is pure, you are free. In subconscious sleep, you are free. When you are in identification with the Divine or true self, you are in bliss and you have no karma. This is why it is said to pray unceasingly. When you continuously pray and meditate, you go into the level of superconsciousness, where no troubles can reach you. The best means to get out of the rut of karmic accretions is to be in constant remembrance of the Divine. Wipe out your karmic accretions by hitchhiking your spiritual bandwagon to the region of boundless, untainted divinity, and free yourself from the clutches of karma.